Hello, future top notchers. Welcome to the final part of our teaching profession review series. Alright, this is part 3, and we'll tackle the last 15 questions to wrap up this topic. Okay, get ready to challenge yourself, and let's begin. Number 31. According to RA 7836, which organization is responsible for administering the licensure examination for teachers, or LET? Letter A, Department of Education. Letter B, Civil Service Commission. Letter C, Professional Regulation Commission. Or letter D, Commission on Higher Education. The best answer is letter C. Letter C, PRC is the correct answer because RA 7836 designates PRC as the authority responsible for administering the LET to regulate the teaching profession in the Philippines. Alright, so DepEd oversees the implementation of basic education but does not administer the LET. CSC, or Civil Service Commission, manages civil service exams, not professional licensure exams. And CHED regulates higher education but is not involved in teacher licensure. Alright, PRC is the best answer. Number 32. Under the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers, what is the primary obligation of a teacher toward the learners? Letter A, to ensure that learners achieve academic excellence. Letter B, to instill patriotism and moral values in learners. Letter C, to promote the learner's interest and welfare as the highest priority. Or letter D, to encourage learners to follow their teacher's personal beliefs. Alright, the correct answer is letter C because the Code of Ethics emphasizes that a teacher foremost concern should be the welfare and holistic development of their learners. And for letter A, it's incorrect because while academic excellence is important, the welfare and interest of learners take precedence. And for letter B, instilling patriotism and values is part of the broader goal, but it is secondary to learner welfare. And teachers must respect learners' individuality and should not impose personal beliefs. So letter C is the best answer. Number 33. What does the Code of Ethics state about a teacher's relationship with parents? Letter A. Teachers must avoid direct communication with parents about a student's performance. Letter B. Teachers must inform parents about learners' progress and deficiencies with utmost candor and tact. Letter C. Teachers are only required to communicate with parents when requested by school officials. Or letter D. Teachers should allow parents to decide how their child is disciplined in school. Right? The correct answer is letter P. Take note that we are talking about a teacher and parent relationship. Of course, teachers must inform parents about learners' progress and deficiencies with utmost candor and tact because the Code of Ethics highlights the importance of teachers maintaining open, respectful communication with parents regarding students' performance and areas for improvement. For letter A, it's incorrect because teachers are encouraged to communicate directly and tactfully with parents, not to avoid. And for letter C, mhm, teachers have a proactive duty to inform parents about their child's progress. Mhm. And uh, discipline in school must adhere to institutional policies and professional standards. All right, so letter B is the best answer. Number 34, under RA 7836, what is required for an individual to qualify for the licensure examination for teachers? Letter A, a bachelor's degree in education or equivalent with at least 18 units in professional education. Letter B, 2 years of teaching experience in a private or public school. Letter C, a recommendation letter from a school principal. Or letter D, a passing score in the National Achievement Test or NAT. The correct answer is letter A. Because RA 7836 specifies the academic qualification for let eligibility requiring a degree in education or its equivalent in professional education units for non-education graduates. Letter B is incorrect because teaching experience is not required to take the LET. Again, it's not required. Letter C is incorrect because recommendation letters are not part of eligibility requirements. And of course, not is unrelated to professional licensure exams. So letter A is the best answer. Number 35, according to the Code of Ethics, what is a teacher's responsibility when dealing with confidential information about students? Letter A, share it only with parents or guardians without restrictions. Letter B, maintain strict confidentiality unless disclosure is required by law. Letter C, discuss it openly with school colleagues for advice. Or letter D, share it with the community to seek broader support for the student. The correct answer is letter B because the Code of Ethics requires teachers to protect confidential information about students, ensuring privacy unless disclosure is legally necessary to safeguard the students or others. Mhm. This one, sharing without restriction violates privacy rights. Confidentiality must be upheld even among colleagues, and sharing information with the community breaches ethical standards. So, letter B is the best answer. Number 36. What does the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers state about a teacher's participation in community development? Letter A. Teachers should remain neutral in all community matters. Letter B. Teachers should actively participate in movements for moral, social, and civic betterment. Letter C. Teachers are only required to contribute financially to community projects. Or letter D. Teachers must prioritize schoolwork over any form of community engagement. The best answer is letter B because the Code of Ethics highlights that teachers are leaders in the community and should actively contribute to its development while serving as role models. So that's why we should be an active participant in the community. All right. Let's discuss why letter A, C, and D are incorrect. Letter A is incorrect because teachers are expected to engage with and contribute to the community, not remain neutral all the time. Letter C, financial contribution are not the sole measure for community involvement. And Teachers are encouraged to balance their school responsibilities with community participation. So letter B is the best answer. Number 37, under RA 7836, what penalty can be imposed on a teacher found guilty of gross incompetence? Letter A, suspension or revocation of their professional license. Letter B, reassignment to a non-teaching profession or position. Letter C, reduction in salary grade. Or letter D, mandatory attendance in retraining programs. All right, of course, RA 7836 provides that teachers guilty of gross incompetence, among other violations, may face the suspension or revocation of their license. Their teaching license by the PRC. Letter B, reassignment is not a penalty specified in the law. Reduction in salary grade or salary adjustments are not listed as penalties under RA 7836, and retraining is recommended but not mandated as penalty for gross incompetence. So letter A is the best answer. Number 38, what does the Code of Ethics say about a teacher's academic freedom? Letter A, teachers have the right to determine the policies of their school. Letter B, teachers can express opinions freely but must remain respectful of state policies. Letter C, teachers are restricted from sharing research findings and that contradict national interests. Or letter D, teachers must adhere strictly to the curriculum without modifications. Alright, the correct answer is letter B. The Code of Ethics upholds a teacher's academic freedom but requires them to respect state policies. Remember that. We must respect the state policies and exercise responsible judgment in disseminating research and opinions. Um, Policy making is an administrative function, not part of academic freedom. Teachers are teachers can share research findings, but those against state policies should be handled through proper channels, and teachers can modify their methods to suit learners' needs within the curriculum framework. Okay, so letter B is the best answer. Number 39, what is the consequence for a teacher who refuses to attend required professional development seminars without valid justification? Letter A, immediate suspension from teaching duties. Letter B, revocation of their teaching license. Letter D, disqualification from promotion opportunities. Or letter D, deduction from their salary. Alright, the Code of Ethics and RA 7836 emphasize the importance of CPD or continuous professional development, and teachers who unjustifiably fail to attend mandatory programs prescribed by PRC may face license revocation. Alright, letter B is the best answer. Suspension is not an automatic consequence for such cases. Promotion, disqualification is not explicitly listed as a penalty, and salary deductions are not mentioned as penalties in RA 7836. Alright, so only revocation of their teaching license. Number 40, a teacher is assigned to a remote area with limited resources. What provision under RA 4670 ensures additional support for teachers in hardship posts? Letter A, free housing provided by the government. Letter B, at least 25% additional compensation. Letter C, shortened work hours. Or letter D, full reimbursement for transportation costs. All right, of course, letter B. This is the best answer because RA 4670, or Magna Carta for Public School Teachers, specifies that teachers assigned to hardship posts, such as remote or hazardous areas, are entitled to additional compensation of at least 25% of their regular salary as recognition of the challenges they face. That's the best answer. Number 41, a principal asks a teacher to organize school records for their replacement upon resignation. What should the teacher do based on the code of ethics? Again, the teacher wants to resign. Letter A, refuse to comply since they are no longer part of the school. Letter B, inform the principal that such tasks should be handled by administrative staff. Letter C, only prepares records for students they have directly taught. Or letter D, comply and prepare all necessary records for the next teacher. All right, the correct answer, of course, is letter D. The Code of Ethics states that a teacher must organize and hand over all necessary records and materials for the continuity of work for the next teacher. All right. Refusal would violate professional responsibility. The responsibility falls by the departing teacher, not administrative staff. So this is incorrect. And for letter C, records preparation should cover all relevant documents, not just student-specific ones. All right, that's why letter D is the best answer. Number 42, a student offers a teacher an expensive gift during graduation in exchange for a higher grade. What should the teacher respond, or how should the teacher respond? Letter A, decline the gift and explain that grades are based on academic performance. Letter B, accept the gift and adjust the grade to avoid offending the student. Letter C, accept the gift but keep the grades unchanged. Or letter D, report the student to the school administrator immediately. All right, the best answer, of course, is letter A. Decline. Because the Code of Ethics prohibits teachers from accepting favors or gifts in exchange for concessions, as this compromises fairness and integrity. Especially if it's in exchange for a higher grade. It's a big no-no, all right? Let's discuss the other choices. Adjusting grades based on a gift violates ethical standards. It's a no. Accepting gifts even without changing the grade may give the appearance of impropriety. It's a big no. And reporting the student immediately may escalate the situation unnecessarily. The teacher should handle it professionally first. All right, that's why letter A is the best answer. 43. During a faculty meeting, a teacher disagrees with a policy proposed by the school head. What is the appropriate course of action? Letter A, publicly criticize the policy to gather support from colleagues. Letter B, refuse to implement the policy and encourage others to do the same. Letter C, submit a written appeal to the school head through proper channels. Or letter D, ignore the policy and continue current practices. All right, the correct answer is letter C. The Code of Ethics allows teachers to express valid criticisms or appeals to policies, but requires them to do so formally and respectfully. Formally and respectfully, that's why you must submit a written appeal through proper channels. All right. Um, Public criticism may create unnecessary conflict and is unprofessional, and refusing and encouraging resistance violates the teacher's duty to support school leadership, and ignoring the policies is disregards professional responsibility. All right, that's why letter C is the best answer. Number 44, a teacher notices that a student consistently underperforms and shows signs of distress. What is the most appropriate action? Letter A, refer the student to the guidance counselor for support. Letter B, deduct points from the student's participation grade. Letter C, discuss the issue publicly during class to motivate the student. Or letter D, notify the student's parents to transfer them to another school. The best answer is letter A, of course. Take note that the student underperforms and it shows he or she shows signs of distress. All right. So teachers are responsible for identifying potential concerns and collaborating with school support systems like guidance counselors to address students' needs. All right. For letter B, it's correct. It's wrong. It's because deducting points punishes the students without addressing the root cause. And publicly discussing the issue may embarrass the student and worsen the situation. And this one, suggesting a transfer is extreme and not a solution to the problem. So letter A is the best answer. Number 45, a teacher is offered a part-time job selling textbooks to their colleagues at school. How should the teacher respond according to the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers? Letter A, accept the job since it is a legal income source. Letter B, decline the job as it creates a conflict of interest. Letter C, accept the job but sell only during lunch breaks. Or letter D, decline the job and report the offer to the school administrator. Alright, the best answer is letter B, decline the job. Mhm. Because the Code of Ethics prohibits teachers from engaging in activities that create a conflict of interest, such as selling textbooks that could influence their professional relationships. That's why it's a big no-no. All right. For letter A, although legal, it says here that it's legal, the activity compromises professional ethics. Mm-hmm. And selling during lunch breaks still creates a conflict of interest. And this one, reporting is unnecessary unless unethical pressure is involved. Alright, so letter B is the best answer. And that concludes part 3 and our entire teaching profession review. So congratulations on completing the series, Future Top Notchers. You're one step closer to acing your exams, alright? Share your scores results in the comments below, and don't hesitate to suggest topics you'd like us to review next. If the series helps you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you'll be updated with our upcoming videos. Alright, see you again next time, and bye.